Hey folks, in our previous lecture, we were able to see how using AWS provided base images, you were able to create lambdas within containers. So let's say you have your own base image and you want to use that instead of using base images provided by AWS. So how would you use your own image to have lambdas run within it? So for that, you need to install something called as a runtime interface client. So currently AWS provides open source runtime interface clients for the following Lambda runtimes. So we'll be seeing how it works for the Node.js runtime. So let's go back to our project. So we'll create a new project for this. So I'll create a new folder. I'll do an npm init. So the first thing we'll do is we'll create the Node application. So the Node application will be just a simple hello world returned back to the user. So let me just save this. So let's start creating our Docker file. So our Docker file will basically be a multi-stage Docker file that will consist of two halves. In the first half, we'll be creating the artifacts that we need. And in the second half, we'll be just copying that artifact again into a new base image. And this base image will be a slimmed down base image that will just consist of the artifacts that we've just created. So let's see how it looks like. So initially, we'll create a work directory called slash function. We'll use the base image as the Debian Node 12 base image. Within that, we'll run all the dependencies that we need. So these are all the dependencies that we need for the AWS Lambda RIC. So once we have run all the dependencies, we'll just copy the code. So this app.js consists of the Lambda code that we've just written, and we'll just copy it into the base directory. And then we'll run the npm install AWS Lambda RIC. So this basically creates a artifact, and this artifact again we'll copy it in another base image. So this base image would be a slimmed down version of the Debian Node 12 base image. And within this particular base image, we'll just be copying the work directory. And the entry point would be the AWS Lambda RIC. And the parameter for this would be the app handler. So this app handler is basically the code that resides within the app.js. So once we've run this, let's build this particular image locally before we deploy to AWS. So I'll call my image as my function, and let's build this particular Docker file. So after the build is complete, if you do a Docker image ls, you can see the size difference between your final image and the size of the initial base image that you had chosen. So the initial Debian base image was around 886, but the final my function, which uses the 12 Bluster Slim base image, is just 169 MB. So now let's run this locally. Now, if you go back to our main GitHub page for the RIC, you can use something called as a AWS Lambda runtime interface emulator to run your particular function locally. So let's try to use this particular AWS Lambda runtime interface emulator in our local. So what we need to do is we'll just copy this particular command and I'll run it here. And then you need to do a Docker run. So here you need to specify the name of your particular image. So the name that I have chosen was my function. So based on the image that you've chosen, you have to change the name over here. So I'll just copy this again. And now you need to run a curl command to get the output. So this is the command that will give us the output of hello world. So you can see that I've got the hello world back as a response. So now that we've done this, let's deploy this to our AWS. So we've tested it locally. Now the only thing we need to do is we need to deploy it to the container registry and run it using our AWS Lambda. So let's do that. So I'm in my AWS container registry. So let's create a new container registry. So I'll click on create registry and I'll call this as my new container, and I'll create. So once you created your registry, you can again go to your registry and you can click on view push commands. So here you can get all the commands that you need to push your particular file to your container registry. So let's run these commands one by one. So I'll just copy this. So as you can see, I already have AWS installed in my GCP machine. So you can go check out my previous video and see how I was able to do this. So I have run my fetch command and I was able to log in successfully. So let's go ahead and let's run our second command. So I'll do a Docker build locally again. So this command is actually not needed, but I'll do it anyways. So I'll just copy this. So I need to go to the directory which contains the Docker file. So I'll go to my new container. So I'll run this command again here. So I'll do a Docker image ls. So you can see that my new container has been created. So let's run the third command. So I need to build this. So after the build completes, you need to tag your image so you can push it to the registry. So I'll copy this command and I'll run it there. I'll do a Docker image ls. So you can see that this new tag has been created as well. So now all that you need to do is you just need to push your particular image. So I'll just copy the fourth command and I'll paste it here. So after that's done, you can go to your ECR, you can close this and you can just refresh this particular page. So you can see that the latest image is here. So now all that we need to do is we need to go to our AWS Lambda and use this particular image to create a new Lambda. So I'll go to my Lambda. Click on create function. Use a container image. I'll browse images. I'll choose the one that I've just created. I'll select the image, I'll select, and I'll click on create function. So once this Lambda has been created, let's go and test it. So you can go to the test tab. You can create a new test event. So this should return back hello world. So if you go to the execution details, so it returns back a hello world. So that's it, folks. This is how you use Lambdas to create containers with your own image, build image, rather than using the custom image that AWS provides for you. I hope this was a useful lecture and please do not forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.